Remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason, and plot. The year is 1605. 2 years previous, Queen Elizabeth I died childless, ending the Tudor dynasty and allowing King James VI of Scotland to take the English throne, creating what would then be known as Britain. King James, being a Catholic, tried to regain... King James was a Protestant and tried to undo the damage Queen Elizabeth did to the piety of England in introducing the Anglican Church. England had been in religious turmoil for the past 70 years, ever since Elizabeth's father, King Henry VIII, abolished Catholicism in England and replaced it with the Church of England, which subsequently his daughter, Queen Mary I, abolished Protestantism and enforced Catholicism upon England, which then again her younger sister Elizabeth overthrew and imposed the Anglican Church. England was not a pleasant time if you were at all religious. And King James, with his Stuart dynasty, did nothing to change this. He imposed his Protestantism upon England, wiping out the Catholics. But a small underground sect of Catholics fought back. One of the most prominent is Guy Fawkes. He and his conspirators planned to blow up King James when he was attending Parliament one day in 1605. That day was the 5th of November. They rolled barrels of gunpowder underneath the Houses of Parliament, ready to ignite them upon King James's entry. However, all did not go to plan, and Guy Fawkes and his conspirators were found out. Their plan to blow up King James and replace her with a Catholic Queen Elizabeth of Spain failed, and Guy Fawkes was put to death. He was hung, his corpse was then ripped into pieces by horses, and his head stuck on a spike on the Tower of London, as a warning to all else who will try to conspire against the throne. Treason at its best. And that is why we celebrate Guy Fawkes here in England on the 5th of November. We celebrate it as a remembrance of what happens if you try to go against the throne. And it's celebrated traditionally by making a big bonfire and tossing on an effigy of Guy Fawkes. Although nowadays, that's not so much done. It's now mostly just done with fireworks, which is how Guy Fawkes has also got the eponymous names Bonfire Night and Fireworks Night. But yeah, it's Guy Fawkes Night, and it is to remember Guy Fawkes and to remember what happens if you go against the throne. Although that was 4 centuries ago, and the throne has changed a lot since then. Whilst the Queen still has some political power, she has nowhere near as much as the monarchs did back then. So I doubt treason is no longer... Well, we no longer have capital punishment, even for treason. And treason isn't really so much a thing anymore, to be fair. Nobody tries it. And things that you would get put down for treason, like speaking against the throne, is ignored because democratic right. So the world has changed a lot in the 4th century since then. We're now a secular nation. We no longer have the religious turmoil we did back then. Catholics, Protestants, Jews, Muslims, Hindus, Sikhs, we all live in England, all get on. You know, we support all of the religious groups equally. So the scene has changed a hell of a lot in the last 400 years. But then, it's been 400 years, you'd expect it would have done. But anyway, that is Guy Fawkes Night. That is why it's celebrated here in Britain. Thank you for watching. See you again next week. Bye.